Hello and welcome. Now, the past year and a half has really accelerated the demand for the uptake of cloud solutions for broadcasters. And today we're looking at what could be the next big thing in remote production for news gathering and media production.
Yeah, so with us today is Andy Clipsham from Dejero. Nice to see you again, Andy. So what is the next step? What is the next logical step for remote production?
Right. So demand for content is higher than ever. With all of us sitting around during the pandemic, we want to be consuming content. And the pandemic has shown that it is possible to produce quality broadcast and media productions remotely. The next step for news gatherers and media productions is using the cloud to accelerate how they get that content to their audience, get it produced, edited, and distributed, and to reach more of their viewers across multiple cloud platforms as fast as possible. Facebook doesn't wait for news gatherers to create the greatest story. They need to get their content out as quickly as possible. And for media productions, internet connectivity is critical for everything that they do. From the need to share video proxies with post-production in order to get it moving faster, to connecting to the virtual video village in order to share real-time feedback and get creative direction.
So Andy, what's one of the biggest challenges? I mean, I'm sure there's many challenges, but what's the biggest challenges for remote production workflows now?
Right. To work with the cloud, you need to be connected to it. It's as simple as that. So reliable connectivity is very critical, whether that's for live video data or for just plain old data being sent through a system. And that can be hard to do in many fixed locations, especially since they're temporary locations, or especially in remote environments. And there are a lot of different cloud-based applications, and many of them offer great advantages, but they all come with the caveat that all you need is a good internet connection.
So what technologies now exist that broadcasters are going to employ to make sure they have this critical connectivity they need?
Right. So Dejero Smart Blending technology creates a resilient internet connection out of all the multiple network connections given to it to create a single ultra reliable connection. So products like the NGO 260 use smart blending technology to offer a high quality, low latency, as low as 800 milliseconds live video stream, whether that is being sent into a cloud environment or to a station on-premise environment. We recently announced a partnership with Grabio that allows for content to be sent directly from an NGO into Grabio's cloud environment for their video platform. And this offers the ability for a broadcast to be produced, take clips, do some rapid editing, and then send those to the video distribution tools. This joint solution enables production teams to deliver live content to different platforms, whether it's digital, social media, or their own broadcast from anywhere in the world. And for data connectivity on location, media production and crews are using smart blending technology in Dejero's gateway appliances in order to augment the connectivity that they have on site, or to provide all the connectivity via cellular or even satellite wired. These locations can't tolerate network outages, and the Dejero gateway solution offers that critical communication.
Yeah. So what are the concerns that broadcasters might have when considering the transition to the cloud?
Right. So when dealing with the cloud, it's all about staying connected to their data and their services in a secure and cost-effective way.
And what solutions does Dejero offer that will help broadcasters feel confident about securing their network connectivity in this during this process? Right.
So broadcasters can feel confident in all of Dejero's solutions that we meet the highest security standards for quality. We are trusted by public safety and first responders and government agencies. We meet the requirements of the first responder network in America, where it's very, very strict connectivity rules. We can provide stream encryption protect the valuable content as it's moving around, so that it doesn't get interfered with, misused, or stolen. And so with a variety of cloud, private cloud, and on-prem deployable solutions, Dejero is working with all of our broadcasters and media production partners to move them towards the cloud in a way that suits them when and how they wish to be able to do it.
So Andy, what's really changed over the last year that has made people rethink how they create content for news and events, of course?
Right. So yeah, broadcasters are faced with the challenges of managing costs and producing high quality content, all in a year where advertising revenues are in decline. The pandemic caused an acceleration in the adoption of remote and cloud-based workflows and forces stations to become creative in how they get the content to viewer. What was born out of necessity during the pandemic has led to people understanding the realization that there are long-term benefits to these remote and cloud-based workflows for content creation, reducing costs, and speeding delivery to market.
So from your guys' point of view, what's the key to building out a toolkit for these newscasters to address these challenges?
Right. So what newscasters and media production teams need to look to do is work on creating versatile solutions, things that they can use in different ways. So for instance, at the start of the pandemic, that we saw journalists using our Live Plus app on mobile phones or iPads to be able to report from home. These same apps are now continuing to be used by journalists going live from their phones for breaking news during protests or demonstrations. So they're reutilizing that application. Another application that we have is our QPoint solution, which is designed for return video to be able to send to a remote location for confidence monitoring and teleprompter. But now in the pandemic, we have sports broadcasters that are using this solution to send a low latency stream to analyst houses to be able to call sports games play by play. So they're using it in a different way than we intended, but it really works for them. As for the Ungo mobile transmitter, it's great for sending high quality, low latency video streams from a photographer's backpack, but it can also be mounted in our vehicle antenna dock in a vehicle, replacing a permanent rack mounted transmitter solution. So it's just more versatile. It could go in the backpack or in the vehicle.
And I think there was a press release recently, wasn't there, about that solution being used for skydiving. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so the Ngo is very versatile, whether it's used for mobile news gathering, for live breaking news in crowded and congested places, or like you say, some customers have used it in very innovative ways, whether that's for weather reporting while skydiving, as the example you gave, to transmitting from fortified trucks while chasing after storms. I don't want to drive towards a tornado, but there are people that want to be able to report and do that. And lastly, an innovative thing is people are connecting the Ngo to drone base stations to be able to capture a bird's eye view of things like traffic reporting or breaking news like fires and floods and major protests. So people are definitely using them in very innovative ways.
No, that's fantastic. Well, thanks for coming in and speaking to us again, Andy. It's always good to see you, and fascinating to see the tools that are going to help us be remote in the future. And of course, don't forget to have a look at the kitplusshow.co.uk for information on the fast approaching face-to-face KitPlus show being held at Media City UK this summer. Registration will be open soon. And many thanks to Mediaproxy, where you can find out more at mediaproxy.com. Thank you.